Hello and welcome back to Ace Book Talk. Today, we re-delving into a timeless tale of passion, heartbreak, and the raw intensity of youthful emotion, The Sorrows of Young Werther by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Goethe, a titan of German literature, lived from 1749 to 1832. He was a polymath, a novelist, poet, playwright, scientist, and statesman. A key figure in the Sturm und Drang movement, which emphasized emotion and individualism. Goethe later transitioned to Weimar classicism, advocating for a more balanced and harmonious worldview. The Sorrows of Young Werther, published in 1774, catapulted him to international fame and became a defining work of the Romantic era, though Goethe himself later distanced himself from its more extreme elements. The novel is presented in an epistolary format, meaning it unfolds through a series of letters written by the protagonist, Werther, to his friend Wilhelm. Initially, Werther arrives in the idyllic countryside seeking solace and inspiration. Werther lives in the He's a sensitive, artistic soul who feels deeply connected to nature and yearns for authentic experiences. He finds joy in simple pleasures, sketching landscapes, befriending the local peasants, and immersing himself in the beauty of the natural world. His romantic sensibilities are immediately piqued when he meets Lot, a beautiful and virtuous young woman who is engaged to Albert, a man of sound judgment and good character, but someone who lacks Werther's passionate intensity. Despite Lot's engagement, Werther becomes hopelessly infatuated with her. He recognizes the impossibility of their love, but he cannot control the overwhelming emotions that consume him. Werther's letters become increasingly focused on his growing love for Lot and his despair at their unrequited affections. He oscillates between moments of blissful connection with Lot, where he allows himself to indulge in fantasies of a shared future, and agonizing realizations of the reality of her commitment to Albert. As the story progresses, Werther's emotional state deteriorates. He becomes increasingly isolated and consumed by his inner turmoil. He struggles to reconcile his idealized vision of Lot with the practical constraints of their situation. Albert, while a good man, represents everything that Werther rejects: reason, social convention, and a lack of passionate abandon. Werther attempts to distance himself from Lot and Albert, taking up a position as a secretary to a nobleman. Taking a this to his secretary However, He finds the rigid social hierarchy and petty squabbles of the court to be suffocating and ultimately unsatisfying. He is forced to resign, further fueling his feelings of alienation and despair. He returns to Lot, his obsession intensifying. Their interactions become increasingly fraught with tension. Lot, though fond of Werther, remains steadfast in her commitment to Albert. She recognizes the danger of Werther's infatuation and tries to gently discourage him, but her efforts are largely unsuccessful. The climax of the novel arrives when Werther, during a final visit to Lot while Albert is away, declares his love for her with unrestrained passion. Lot, overwhelmed and conflicted, briefly reciprocates his embrace before regaining her composure and insisting that he leave. Werther, now completely consumed by despair and convinced that life without Lot is meaningless, writes a final letter to Wilhelm, bidding him farewell. He then borrows Albert's pistols, claiming he needs them for a journey, and takes his own life. The novel ends with a somber account of Werther's burial, attended by only a few close acquaintances. The Sorrows of Young Werther is more than just a tragic love story. It's a poignant exploration of the themes of romanticism, individualism, and the conflict between reason and emotion. It delves into the depths of human passion and the destructive power of unrequited love. The novel also offers a critique of societal constraints and the limitations they place on individual expression. So, what lessons can we glean from Werther's sorrowful tale? While the novel ends in tragedy, it offers valuable insights into the human condition. First, it highlights the importance of emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Werther's inability to manage his emotions and recognize the reality of his situation ultimately leads to his downfall. It serves as a reminder that while emotions are powerful and important, they must be tempered with reason and self-control. Second, the novel underscores the importance of healthy relationships and clear boundaries. Werther's obsession with Lot blurs the lines of friendship and respect, creating a destructive dynamic for all involved. It teaches us the importance of respecting other people's choices and understanding the limitations of our own desires. Finally, The Sorrows of Young Werther reminds us to seek meaning and purpose beyond romantic love. Werther's life becomes entirely consumed by his infatuation with Lot, leaving him with nothing to fall back on when that love is unattainable. It emphasizes the importance of cultivating our rich inner life, pursuing passions, and finding fulfillment in other aspects of life beyond romantic relationships. In conclusion, while The Sorrows of Young Werther is a tragic story of unrequited love and despair, it offers timeless lessons about emotional intelligence, healthy relationships, and the importance of finding meaning beyond romantic love. It serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us to temper our passions with reason, respect boundaries, and cultivate a well-rounded life. Thank you for joining me on Ace Book Talk. I hope you enjoyed our exploration of Goethe's classic novel. Be sure to leave a comment with your thoughts on the book, and don't forget to subscribe for more book recommendations.